Sagittarius, how you doing? So we're here with your first half of September. It's actually the first today. How you doing, Sag? Let's see, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for the first half of September. Sagittarius. The calm before the storm in the teacup. Thank you. Wow, so there you go. So you're receiving a message or writing one. Emails. So I think that you've discovered, obviously, about your spiritual path, but I think that you're probably seeking for a new job, or if it's not, it's like, it's contemplating on your next move. Do I send this message to this person or do I not? Do I write them a long drafted letter, a draft? I'm picking up some of you could be getting a draft through your door, or you're writing out a draft, or there's a draft that's been wrote in an email and you've got it on the back burner and you're kind of like, on the back burner. Some of you could work in the banking system or the law, in the public field, public service obviously, but I think that you're writing out a draft for work, or that you do a lot of writing. So there you go. It might, well, you're definitely dealing with a Piscean. So I think that this is really, I think a lot of you are still seeking. This is seeking. Obviously spiritually seeking a plan and an idea. Okay, but when the mind gets very full, when the mind gets very full through ideas, we can start to recuperate. But there is a, well, it's not recuperation. It's more of the idea of where it's going to go, if I'm honest. Because a lot of it, I can't really see love. It's kind of like travel. It's like a new beginning, but an entrapment feeling of the same thing. 2 8s. There's a lot of power from the mind that is created through too much gathering information. This is too much gathering information. There's too much there through one's mind here that's creating where you need an outlet. You need an outlet, and I think that some of you are thinking or wanting to think that if you go on holiday, there's the outlet is via holiday, but it's delayed, okay, or travel is completely delayed, and that it's playing havoc with someone's mind of whether they should actually reach out or not. You've got kind of two lots of, well, Virgo and Pisces, the darkness. Someone's been left in the dark, and that's why they're contemplating on actually whether they should send a message or not, and they're actually feeling trapped whether they should actually send it to a Pisces or not. Because this is the 8s are created by all of the information that's gathered via the internet, via emails, by information that's just fed us by us thinking. Thinking is information. Thinking, just generally thinking, is gathering thoughts. It's gathering too many thoughts, too much information, too much hard work, and it's making it too much hard work. I think that this is probably not even studying. I think this is a lot of to do with studying by a circular pattern of the mind. The mind is creating fear of where you feel trapped, probably within yourself. You feel stuck in this situation between a rock and a hard place. One of you could be thinking about a Pisces or a Virgo, or it's generally to do with travel, or if not, it's feeling trapped at home where you want to get out, but because this is like the place of residency and at home, and things that are all happening at home and around you. Everything that happens around you is an 8. That's the world, that's your home, that's your family, that's the situation of everything that we gather from everybody else, and everything that we see gathers all of the information and makes us start to fear. So what we do out, and what we put out. What we put out is fear, what we get back is a feeling of entrapment, because there's too much information being fed into the mind, where it's kind of like, well, I've got a fresh idea, but I'm overthinking it. It can be overthinking. So that's to do with your relationship. Whoever this is, there's too much overthinking. It's like being turned over. It's like, I think that if I do, I'm going to be turned over. So if that's to do with work, you might be thinking that you're going to get turned over if you do a new decision, turned over. Because there might be someone new in your life completely, but I think this is new and old. There's new and old, and that's probably why this 8 and this 8 here is being created, because someone just doesn't know like which way to go. Do I go left or do I go right? Do I go on holiday and do I leave my family for a while, but they probably don't want me to, for some of you, because that's like fearing abandonment. That's like not going, not making a decision, but knowing that you want to or that you should, but the mind is creating too much stagnation. Because 2 8s are 16, which is 7, okay, which is where you've come from here, 7. So waiting, whilst waiting, going to work in order to travel, but then overthinking the situation, where it's actually keeping yourself stuck. Now, if that's because you're in a job that you're really not happy with and it's not paying enough, then time actually works in your favour and not out of your favour, because just imagine how much stuff is out there in 8 here. It's all time. So how much money and how much progress is out there waiting to be received here? Here. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of information, right? And what is information? Tools to use to get out of one situation, but there you have to have action. There's a plan of action, but there's no action. You know, time does work in your favour when you're actually in alignment with your assignment. Okay, 7 here is about assignments and being in alignment with your assignment, and this is about being in alignment with your assignment and doing it. So wherever you are is pretty much wherever you are, which could be in a bind, because you might want to do one thing but you're stuck doing another, because some of you fear or might fear that money is an object. This is an object of desire because it's an idea, whoever this is, but it's an object of desire, okay? And the object of desire is like out of bounds, but bounds of reality and out of bounds. Someone might have made a mistake and they crossed the boundary, and that would also be a 7, because that would be health, looking after one's health here, but 7 would also represent health. Where physically am I in this complete game of whatever's going on? Where do I belong? Where do I belong with my family? Where do I belong in this situation completely? Where do I belong? Because there's a longing feeling, which is here, okay? But there's a belonging feeling, which is here. So someone's disappeared spiritually. Like the connection is fading, I'm feeling. It's like someone's disappearing into the fade, but they might be disappearing because of hearing. You see, hearing is not where you're disappearing because you can't hear it, you see. It's too loud. That's why I have to speak softly. The people that are very quiet in life are the ones that speak louder, believe it or not. The people that speak extremely loud and forceful, they can also sometimes wear masks and stuff. You know, I'm not digging at people, but the people that speak softly and speak this song, right? Softly spoken with his words, killing me softly with his song, tearing my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Bow, 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 bow. I heard a good song. Yeah, so the people that actually speak quietly are spirit. Okay, and if we all belong, if we all belong and we all disappear all at the same time, where are we? We have always been here, right? We've always been here. Our souls have always been here. But generally, anyway, let's get out of the metaphysics, Steve. But time, you see, works more in your favour when you're completely and utterly in alignment with your assignment. Okay, so you will only learn that by time. So there's a rushing feeling, but there's a delayed feeling. It's kind of like, I really want to do this, but at the moment I've got to earn the money to do this, and the money's holding me back to do what I really feel like I should do, and what my soul is telling me. Soul urge. Soul. I mean, I have a soul urge 8, but you might have a soul urge 8. But soul. What the soul is telling me. Okay? Because that's the awakening. After the day of rest is 8 of reckoning. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? What do you reckon when there's dark and light forces? Okay? What do you reckon when there's no and yes? Everybody keeps saying yes. What happens when someone says no? Okay? Positive affirmation and negative affirmation. There's got to be a linear of both, right? There's no out there as well as what there is yes. So a no means no and a yes means yes. Okay? So what you have here is disappearing of no and yes. It's kind of like, yes, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. And it's like, no, I can't. I could self-sabotage this completely. So there's a delay. You know, this is a self-sabotaging energy. So that might be a Pisces. It might be. It could be anybody, right? But it's like a sabotaging energy because of fear. Because of the unknown. This is the unknown. This is the dark and light of Virgo and Pisces. The day after the awakening of where God pretty much just said, there you go, have the universe. What would you want to do with it if you could say yes? Well, I'd want to be free. Okay? So if you want to be free, then why on earth is it that you're telling yourself no? So you seem to be in a bit of a bind, right? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. So the game of halves and the game of thrones start being thrown, is where never throw stones in glass houses, because someone might get hurt. So someone's feelings might have got hurt in this fade where someone's feelings got hurt. They threw a stone in a glass window and it shattered into pieces, and they've now got to put them back together. So you're putting the pieces together spiritually. You're putting them together. They're coming in. This is the Akashic Records. These are ideas, okay? The spark, the idea. But trust me, when they come through very thick and fast, you can get very overwhelmed with one's ability to connect with Source that can leave you with too much mind clutter. So we hit the Hangman, where someone could feel betrayed. The Hangman was always known as a traitor, but it's also a betraying energy, because you can betray oneself by being stuck in a situation that needs clarity. So it can be known as the Chariot. but 3, okay? So what you're looking at is 3 is the magic number. It's where we gain clarity, okay? It's the step 3 of life that leads on to the 7 to the 8. But we're coming out the spiritual calling side. So there's a calling, but there's a call for help also, a cry for help. 2 8s, they're cries for help. I need help. I need help. So someone could be a needy energy of needing help or assistance. So you could be a clerical assistant, is also what I'm picking up, an assistant. But if you're an assistant, what you want to be is an assistant manager to manage yourself, right? So if this is work and you actually work for a Pisces, a very healthy Pisces would be a very good person to work for, because they would be very fair. They would probably give you more because they would be a very giving energy. But if they're an unhealthy Pisces, they would be a taking energy. But it would depend on one's conditioning of 8. 8, the conditioning. Listening. But if you're on the kick of, no, this Pisces is like entrapping me into this mind prison, well, then you're in a mind prison with them. So what is it that you're putting out? So you could be putting out posters, is what I'm putting out, is what I'm picking up, is that someone's gone missing, and you're putting up posters on a wall for someone. It's kind of like, hello, I'm here. Someone might not be speaking clearly, and they might not understand what someone means. That could be a Pisces energy, maybe. Or someone's not speaking. It can also represent High Priestess to me sometimes. But someone could be putting up posters, obviously hieroglyphics, and I've seen their name everywhere, and that's got to be. I'm picking up all these numbers, and this person's name just keeps appearing on a car, but then it disappears, and my calling seems to just disappear into the fate. Because you only learn when to tap into source when you contact me for a Skype call or you join tier 2, where we go into how you actually progress with your gift. Okay, because it's like my gifts just seem to disappear into the fade, and it's like, where have they gone? I'd started this project and it was working well, and all of a sudden now I can't fucking hear anything. I can't see anything. I can't see my way out spiritually. I can't see my way out. It's crying blind. It's blind man buff. It's blind leading the blind. But spiritually, it doesn't mean that everybody's blind. It just means that everybody's blind. You're never going to know everything all at once. And when you want to know, you don't know. Because you're not allowed to know. Someone's not allowed to know something, which is like, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to send this message. It's for some of you. Some of you are going down that path of like putting out posters or feelers, pretty much. Putting out a feeler. This is putting out the feels. Someone's putting out the feels. Someone's burning the fields of fire, the chariots of fire. Could be a Sagittarius as well. But the chariots of fire, someone's put their fire out. Someone's pissed on someone's matches, bruv. Sorry, but they have. Someone has drained your energy. It could be a Piscean that's draining one's fire, but it depends if they have a lot of passion and fire in them. It doesn't matter of a star sign. It matters on people's moon and rising and stuff, you know, and the health of one's soul. Well, their conditioning. But one of you could be seeing a Pisces as fucking crazy for some of you, or just driving me crazy, or someone feels slightly, the Queen song, I'm going slightly mad, all these messages that are coming through, they're coming through real fast, and it's like, whoa, slow down, I've just had a download. I've just uploaded. Someone's uploading pictures. Someone could be sending you pictures or uploading pictures. Uploading stuff, downloading stuff from the Matrix to the Matrix, right? Downloading things from the Hey, Matrix 4's out, bruv. Matrix 4 is coming out, or 5, is it? Which one was it? The new Matrix film, it should be coming out anyway. But uploading from the Matrix to the Matrix. Feeding the energy of advice. Continue on this story for Sagittarius, please. Too many. Sorry, Sag, but that is too many. One more card, please. Continue on this story for Sagittarius. Thank you. So it is to do. Now, I did pick up the sun. I did briefly see the sun. So it could be to do with children. But someone's spying on a Pisces here, or well, there's an air sign spying on a Pisces. Okay. But spying is what? James Bond? What are you researching? You could just be literally researching something about someone before you approach them. Okay, or someone can. But this can also mean children that you've got with them. But these are also thoughts and ideas of the Matrix. Here, they come through as information that's fed to you. From you, to me, to you, to you, to them. There's someone that somebody wants to reach out, but they're like, reach for the stars. I'm just contemplating on whether I should or whether I shouldn't. Also, this is like, well, this could be that you have, you know, because this could be a message that's, to be honest, pages are more about the thought process first before you actually take an action. Okay. Because some of you might be thinking, well, if I actually send this message out and this action is not well received, am I going to be missing in action? Or missing out in action? Someone could be Chuck Norris. Sorry, or someone like wants to be Chuck Norris. Someone's a fighter. Yeah, whoa, and there goes the message. There it goes, it's just out there. It's like, well, fuck it, bro, I've said it. Or I'm gonna. I've got to tell them. I've got to tell them something. There's something in the way she moves. Or there's something that's just an underlining itch that I just need to find out. There's something I've got to know. Someone's got to know. Someone's knocking on heaven's door, bruv. They're knocking on heaven's door and they're like, bruv, what do you know? This might even be where you reach out to a Pisces, which could be me. Right, which is, all right, bruv, can you tell me how to get out of this jam? Because I'm in a pickle. Oh, yeah, sure. This is how you do it. Brilliant. There's the advice. Right, some of you could be the advisors or want to be the advisors. But some of you could be misers with the advice that is given. Some of you, if you're relating it to love life, it could be that it might be a new person that you can meet here. This can be a new person. Okay? But it might just be, listen, I really like this person. Okay? And I like what they do. And I'm in alignment with their assignment, bro. I'm aligned with them spiritually because I have belief of freedom. Freedom of speech. Everybody in the beginning ever moaned about having freedom of speech. And when people do, there's a lot of people that ain't going to like what you say or do, bruv. They won't. They don't. Right? So why does everybody moan about freedom of speech? I don't listen to no one. I just listen to my spirits, pretty much. You know. Because it can cause a lot of stress. No. But in life. But there might be, that's what I'm picking up, that someone in your life might be keeping you stuck at home. And it could be children where you're like, okay, well, I've got children. Okay, so I'm in alignment with them. Okay, I'm in alignment with them. But I have children at home with me. And I want to reach out with them. But will the message be well received? Because will they want to be at home with me? Will they move to my home of my dome? Your home is your dome. That's your domain, is your head. But it would be your home, your dome, your domain. Someone's got a domain. Well, you could be uploading onto a domain, right? Which is internet? It's either an internet or it's like the domain of like where I would go even deeper into that. You know me, Sagittarius. I would go right into the matrix, into your mind, into the dark side. Have you ever had your dark side explored into your subconscious memory? Have you found your soul's purpose? But you might be very interested in what someone has to say, but there might be like, the thing that just makes me go, Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, because some of you are mothers. Some mothers do have them. And they do have them. And some of you could have a child Pisces. They could be a child Pisces. And they're learning. Okay? Or they're teaching. But they're also, someone is definitely standing within their power. You've got 3 and 3. Okay? 3 and 3. So it would be a Pisces. Well, some of you, it's a Pisces is the mother. Okay? Is the mother. That has children. So, or they have a mother, obviously, that could be missing in action. I don't know why I picked that up, but this could be known as sometimes an interfering energy where you might be like, this person's just interfering and I'm trapped now because like I'm at home. You might be wanting to move in with them, but you know that they have children or something like that. This Empress, she can be very quiet. She can be very quiet because the Empress can be a stuck energy of like Taurus. Okay, now it doesn't mean all Taurians, and it doesn't necessarily mean, we'll look at the energy. It can mean somebody that is fearful of approaching because of worth. But what's worth? You know, is it self-worth or is it the mind? Because it can be ego because it can be too prideful to approach. Some people can be too pride. This is pride, you know, pride. Some of you might actually be going to the festival thing, Pride, right? Same-sex relationships and stuff. Pride is what I'm picking up. Pride. There is put it this way. This person could be a female or a male, right? But they would also probably, for some, if they're a very caring person, would be a feminine energy. And it could be a Pisces if they're a male. They would be a feminine male, okay? That you might be talking to, for some of you here, or wanting to. Because this is also the universe that's telling you that there's something to be learned through this connection. Still, for some of you, still. Because that's the Doreen virtues. The virtue. Love is a virtue, right? What's the actual other word? Virtue. Patience is a virtue, but it seems to be... it's the soul cry. You know, be careful what you cry for, which is be careful what you wish for. The soul cry. The universe was in you. You are in the universe. It can hear you cry and it can also hear you not cry. That's why they're thoughts and feelings, because it can hear fucking everything. Everything. Sorry, I'm starting to like go a little bit patronising. I do apologise, but I get into the reading. I'm right into it. Someone's right into you. Like right in. They're writing. The writing's on the wall, bruv. The writing is on the wall, which is also Pink Floyd. Building barriers and knocking them down. Someone's got a defence, though. There is a legal defence. Some of you could be like seeking legal advice. Legal advice of something around a job for some of you. Legal advice. Okay, I'm going to stop channeling, guys, because that's nearly half an hour. So we're going to draw another card here and then clarify everything and see what the future aspects are and see what more can be told through the first half of September, guys. Patreon tier 2, there's been another video uploaded, but this can also be found on tier 1 or tier 2 for everybody still. Or you can have a personal reading. All the information is below to send me. Look at the video. It will appear at some point here or here. That will also tell you about some things that I offer via Skype if you've just found the channel. Also tarot card readings, but Skype one's real good. Or you can watch this over on your bi-weekly folder over on Vimeo. So it's either Vimeo or Patreon, guys. But all the links are in the description. And let's draw more cards and see what more I can see. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Cheers for liking, commenting, subscribing and all that sort of stuff. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the other side, and namaste.